He lied and led me on. He led me to believe that he was single and that he was all for me. Thanksgiving, he was at my house. I made a joke to him, like, what would you do if I got pregnant? Just joke. And he was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? He said, because my wife would divorce. A wife? Oh!
Ms. Clifton is furious. She says her ex, Mr. Little, stopped paying for their twins after he found out another man was also giving her money for them.
Ms. Clifton, you say the defendant, Mr. Little, stopped paying for your twins after finding out another man was also providing money.
Yes.
Her defense for taking money from multiple men? She's a broke nursing student, and if one man can't help, somebody's still got to do it.
Your Honor, I'm a full-time nursing student. I work 19 hours a week and I get paid $7.25 an hour. I have 3 children. My oldest boy plays football. I need help. If I can't do it for the kids, if they need something, if I can't do it.
She thought he was husband material until he dropped a bomb on Thanksgiving. He had a wife.
He awesome to me. He was a good man. He was about his business. I was like, this is husband material. I feel like I had hit the jackpot when I met him.
Why did it end?
He lied. He lied and led me on. He led me to believe that he was single and that he was all for me. Thanksgiving, he was at my house. I made a joke to him, like, what would you do if I got pregnant? Just joke. And he was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? He's because my wife would divorce. A wife? Oh!
Years later, she went back to his shop for an expensive car repair. He allegedly told her, well, you know what time it is. She left pregnant with a fixed car and her money still in her pocket.
He had been working on my car. We separated for about 2 years. I had started dating someone else. At the time, he had did some work on my car that it was costly. It was a lot. I said, baby, this is all I got. I said, matter of fact, my exact words is, I really need to keep my money. And he looked at me and he was like, well, you know what time it is.
That's not true. She didn't get a car repair, Your Honor. She just got a written estimate that day.
I'm coming to pay him this day for what he had done to my car.
He says he was ready to be the dad until she accidentally sent him a text meant for another man, telling that guy how much she loved him.
A random text from her texting this other guy about how much she loved him, cared for him, wanted to be with him, and
Busted. When he confronted her, she admitted the other man did think there was a possibility he was the twins' father.
I asked her, have they been together? She said yes.
He think you were pregnant by him.
Okay. So she said
Don't lie,
he
you told
thought it was a possibility. Why would he think it was a possibility? But he told me before they hadn't been together 6 months prior to me and her getting together.
He thought it was a possibility he was their father.
That's correct, Your Honor. After that, that's when I started having doubt.
He once showed up at her house late at night with diapers, only to see a random guy walk out of the back. She never even introduced them.
I got my car, walked to the door, I rang the doorbell. And I'm waiting, and it's kind of odd because she always comes to the door because I have an open door policy. I see the twins. So I set Pampers and the milk down. I'm playing with the twins. I see some random guy walk out of the back, walk past me, and goes out the door.
Yep.
She never even acknowledged saying my baby father or whatever case may be. She never said nothing.
Her excuse for the other man? She was so broke, she hit up a handicapped guy on Facebook she hadn't seen in years and asked him for diaper money.
I called 2 friends of mine. I reached out to a guy on Facebook. This guy is handicapped, walks with a walker and everything. I reached out to him. I said, hey, how you doing? My back against the wall right now. Me and my children ain't got no milk, got no diapers. Can you help me out? He said yes.
On Facebook, you had to reach out to a man that said ask for milk and diapers?
Yes.
After all the car repairs and sugar daddies, the DNA results for the twins are here. Is the personal mechanic the father, or was he just another job on her list?
As it pertains to 6-month-old twins, King and Kalani Little, Mr. Little, you are not.
Grabbing pictures off our computer, and I pull up a picture, multiple pictures,
hanging out with the guy. He knew about the guy.
Of her, and not only just that guy, another guy.
No.
What was in the picture?
Her arms around guys, kissing around guys.
No, it
and
wasn't
I'm
no
asking,
pictures like that.
This whole mess started while Mr. Ball was in jail. He was getting letters from Ms. Cox's best friend, who was telling on her for being with other men.
Well, during the time of my incarceration, Your Honor, we were talking every day. Maybe within the last 90 days of me, serving my time, I was getting letters from her best friend stating to me that she was sleeping with other men, going out with other men, that everything wasn't, what I was being told. It wasn't what it seemed.
But here's the crazy twist. The best friend who was snitching is also the mother of Mr. Ball's other child. What a tangled web.
She beat me to the punch my best friend at the time is his other child's mother.
Ms. Cox says the best friend is just a jealous hater who still has feelings for him and was trying to break them up so she could have him all to herself.
Who also still has feelings for him and wanted him to come home to her.
But that has nothing to do with it.
But Mr. Ball says when he got out, he saw proof with his own eyes, confronting one of the other guys right in front of her at a grocery store.
Well, So when I got home, she told me yes. I actually bumped into this guy at the grocery store. As I bump into him outside, you know, I'm asking him, hey, what's going on, man? I'm hearing that, you know, you've been talking to my girl or
That's
whatever.
not true.
Together. I'm sitting there talking to this gentleman. I'm asking him, like, you know, what's going on? He's telling me, you know, well, did you know that
That's
we
not
was...
true.
He did some more snooping and found over 100 text messages on her phone from the same guy in just one day, where she was telling him that she missed him.
Everything was fine. She said, I'm tired, I want to lay down. But when she laid down, her phone went off. I said, well, if she's sleeping, I'll answer, no problem, whatever. We don't have an issue with that. So I picked up the phone. It was over 100-something messages in that phone. And that's not just over a time period. This is over one day. So I'm looking at the messages. Come to find out, it's the same guy that's been going on from day one.
Because he contacted me.
So I seen that she was, you know, telling him that she missed him.
But wait, it gets worse. He then found a bunch of deleted pictures of her kissing and hugging on other guys in the computer's recycling bin.
One day I was at home on the internet, grabbing pictures off of our computer, and I pull up a picture, not one picture, but multiple pictures.
Hanging out with the guy. He knew about the guy.
Of her, and not only just that guy, another guy.
No.
Her, arms around guys, kissing around guys.
No, it
and
wasn't
I'm
no
asking
pictures like that.
Her excuse for the deleted pictures? She claims his other baby mama, her best friend, was living with them and secretly uploaded the old photos just to start drama.
The pictures were not even uploaded to the computer by me. They were uploaded by his child, the mother of his other child, that you slept with behind my back.
Not at all.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
My supposed to be best friend at the time was living with us, and she was sleeping with him and his cousin at the same time.
Now his new fiancée, Brittany, takes the stand. She says Ms. Cox is just using the baby as a pawn to get him back and is always causing problems.
I know that from when me and him got together, it was right away an issue. The first day he came down my house, she showed up at my house. She was outside honking her horn, screaming, crying. He had to actually leave. I feel like the child is just a pawn to get him back.
But Ms. Cox has her own receipts. She shows texts where the new fiancé tells her, he don't want nothing to do with Gabby because I finally made him open his eyes.
Where she is telling me she made him open his eyes and realize that Gabby is not his child.
You talk so much, shut up. He don't want nothing to do with you or Gabby till me and him break up. He don't want nothing to do with Gabby because I finally made him open his eyes and see through your lies.
His own mother takes the stand and says she believes Gabby is her granddaughter and even calls her G-May.
It's been going on for years. They were teenagers when they met. It was innocent, cute, fun. There was no babies, but, you know, it's just a lot of anger. I don't like the fact that, you know, my granddaughter, that's what I call, she calls me G-May, it's short for my Erica.
After all the jailhouse letters, secret pictures, and new fiancés, the DNA results are here. Is Mr. Ball the dad, or was his other baby mama telling the truth?
It has been determined that, Mr. Ball, you are her father.
A few weeks later, me and Mr. Lawson reincarnated and we got back together. And,
You reincarnated?
well, I'm trying to put it into words. We got back together because we have been together on and off for 5 years.
Oh, you reconnect.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Bargy, a married woman who had an affair with her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Lawson, and now has no idea who is the father of her baby girl, Kenna.
Ms. Bargy, you and I spoke briefly in my chambers.
Yes, Your Honor.
You admit you cheated on your husband and now you are caught in a paternity triangle, with both men believing they fathered your 2-month-old daughter, McKenna.
She's in court today desperately hoping the baby belongs to her husband, Mr. Bargy, so she can save her marriage from this total disaster.
You are hoping today's DNA results prove your husband is her father so you can save your marriage.
The husband, Robert, is an amazing guy. He's fallen completely in love with baby McKenna and tearfully says, that is my baby, no matter what.
I could be at work for 10 to 12 hours a day. I take 5 minutes out of my time, busy or not at work, video call, sit here like that right there. I wake her up when I get home. And as soon as she hears my voice, she's smiling. And as soon as she hears the car pull in, she knows I'm home.
But the other man, Calvin, is just as sure. He says, I believe I am the father because I was around. She was with me when she got pregnant.
You believe you are McKenna's biological father, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe I am because I was around. She was with me when she got pregnant. I was there for the whole pregnancy. I was there when McKenna was born.
How did this happen? She was having problems with her husband, so she reincarnated her relationship with her ex, Calvin, and they even got a place together.
A few weeks later, me and Mr. Lawson reincarnated and we got back together. And,
You reincarnated?
well, I'm trying to put it into words. We got back together because we have been together on and off 5 years.
Oh, you reconnect?
Yes.
But here's the crazy part. While she was living with her new man, Calvin, she found out he was getting with one of his exes.
He had spoken to one of my friends and they had talked about actually being together. Friend was one of his exes. His ex actually messaged me and was showing me messages that him and her were sleeping together when me and him.
Mr. Lost?
Yes.
So what did she do for revenge? She went right back to her husband and got with him. She literally cheated on her affair partner with her own husband.
So you cheated on your husband with Mr. Lost, decided to go get a house with Mr. Lawson to only find out that he was cheating on you. She told you that he was still sleeping with her, so you went back and started sleeping with your husband.
Yes.
So who was at the hospital for the birth? It was the other man, Calvin. Her husband wasn't there because she didn't want them to fight.
Miss Bargy, who were you with when McKenna was born?
I was with Calvin. I was with Mr.
Was
Lawson.
he present at the birth? Were you at the birth, Mr. Lawson?
Yes, Your Honor.
But he wasn't present.
No, I did not call him and tell him I was going into labor because I did not want anything between Mr. Lawson and Mr. Bargy to occur at the hospital.
But because she's still legally married, the baby had to have her husband's last name, even though the other man was the one in the delivery room.
No, because I'm still married by the state of Tennessee. So
Right.
I tried to explain that because my last name is still my husband's last name, that McKenna's last name would have to go as Bargy because of the fact that me and Mr. Lawson were not married.
She's so mad at Calvin that she says if he is the father, she wants his rights terminated because her husband has been the better dad.
If Mr. Lawson is her father, I do not want him to be a part of her life, period. Like, I want rights terminated because my daughter deserves so much better. My husband has been there and took care of her.
Two men who both love this baby. The DNA results are here. Is the father the loving husband or the cheating ex-boyfriend?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Lawson.
What's messed up is she gave the baby my last name.
You didn't contest it.
And her baby daddy on the birth certificate.
You didn't contest it. You weren't willing to go to the child court office,
Then she wants me to play daddy.
Oh, no. So, Miss Schwartz, you gave Azalin Mr. Hatton's last name.
And he didn't contest it.
But you put your husband's name under father.
No.
This boyfriend is in court because he's totally sure his girlfriend's new baby belongs to her husband, and he's brought a lie detector test to prove it.
Mr. Hatton, you claim you are not Azalin's dad and are certain that her biological father is another man. And that man is the plaintiff's husband.
Yes, Your Honor.
Additionally, you've petitioned the court for a polygraph test on Ms. Schwartz to determine the extent of her alleged affairs.
The living situation is insane. She's in bed with her boyfriend, crying on the phone to her husband about how mean the boyfriend is being.
I mean, come on now. She'll lay in the bed on the phone, cry to her husband, and tell him how bad I am.
What? You in bed with your boyfriend calling your husband to cry to him about how horrible your boyfriend is?
Yeah.
She's got a disappearing act. The boyfriend says she would just vanish for 2 weeks at a time, and he's sure she was shacking up with her husband.
That's what she
So how long was she gone when she'd leave the house?
Like 2 weeks at a time.
2 weeks?
Was she on a boat cruise?
Yes.
Well, where did you go, Miss Schwartz?
To her husband?
No.
She told me she was sleeping in the car. Come on, listen.
The birth certificate is a total mess. She gave the baby the boyfriend's last name, but then put her husband's name down as the father.
What's messed up is she gave the baby my last name.
You didn't contest it.
And her baby daddy on the birth certificate.
You didn't contest it. You weren't willing to go to the child court office,
then she wants me to play daddy.
Oh, no. So, Miss Schwartz, you gave Azalin Mr. Hatton's last name.
And he didn't contest it.
But you put your husband's name under father.
No.
Here comes the husband. Mr. Schwartz takes the stand and calmly admits his wife got with Mr. Hatton and multiple others.
Tell the court about your relationship with your wife.
She cheated on me with Mr. Hatton and multiple others.
This is a new level of wild. The husband admits he would talk his wife and her boyfriend through their fights on the phone and even drove her to the boyfriend's house.
And I was also calling him on the phone right in front of you.
Yeah, and you guys even got into an argument one night, and I picked the phone up, called Hatton back, and talked you guys through it. I even took you the 250 miles to him.
She was on dating sites while they were together. The boyfriend found out because all of her sign-up emails were being sent to his phone.
How did you even find out she was on a dating site?
Okay, because her email was linked to my phone, and when she joined these sites, it sent it to my phone, the conversations, everything.
The lie detector results are crazy. She's asked if she was with another man, and she passes by admitting she was with a woman.
So you basically confessed to being with another man?
I did not know it was with another man. She told me she cheated on me with another woman. She told me that she was with a woman.
Yep, I did.
But she gets totally caught. When asked if she was with her husband, she said no, and the lie detector determined she was lying.
You were asked, since your relationship with Mr. Hatton began, have you had physical sexual contact with your husband, Mr. Schwartz? You said no. The lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will the husband or the boyfriend be named the father in this crazy hurricane of a relationship?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Hatton.
Staying with my cousin. I was in a relationship with another man. And when I found that I was pregnant, the other man said, if you decide to keep baby, let's end the relationship. That's how I ended back up with Daryl. Thank you.
A grieving mother, Ms. Banks, is in court because her son, Daryl, was tragically murdered before he could find out if he was the father of Ms. Hawkins' baby, Jasani.
Ms. Banks, you say the defendant is pinning her baby on your son, Daryl, who was tragically murdered before her child was born. You say Daryl told you he didn't believe he was the father, and you intend to prove that today.
The grandma says her son had big doubts. He told her he didn't believe he was the father, and he's not the only guy Ms. Hawkins was with.
For the simple fact that Jada and my son had a very rocky relationship. Me and my son were really, really close, and we were really close. We talked all the time, every day. He would just call me to tell me that he loved me. I never knew of Jada really until right before my son's death.
But Ms. Hawkins swears she was totally loyal. She says she was only with another guy for 2 weeks and was already 6 weeks pregnant before her, and Daryl even broke up.
When you were broken up, were you all seeing other people?
Yes, he was seeing someone else, and so was I.
Could this other person potentially be your child's father?
No, Your Honor, because I was only with someone else for 2 weeks. When I found that I was pregnant, I was about 6 weeks pregnant.
So you feel like you were already pregnant before you and Daryl broke up?
Yes.
Here's a crazy twist. When she got pregnant, her other boyfriend gave her an ultimatum. If you decide to keep the baby, let's end the relationship. So she ran back to Daryl.
Staying with my cousin. I was in a relationship with another man. And when I found that I was pregnant, the other man said, if you decide to keep the baby, let's end the relationship. That's how I ended back up with Daryl. Thank you.
The timeline is so tragic. She says she got back together with Daryl on October 20th, and he was murdered the very next day on October 21st.
I literally got back with Daryl on October 20th, and he passed away October 21st.
And you were the last person to see him?
Yes.
The grandma is filled with rage and blames Ms. Hawkins for her son's death, screaming if he hadn't been with her trashy self, he'd still be alive.
She feels like I'm the reason her son is dead. That's how she feels. You're really the reason your son is dead.
I'm not the reason he's dead.
Listen, ladies.
You're the reason. And you know that. You
ladies.
Come on.
Girl,
do
let me
it.
tell you something. If he wasn't with your trashy self.
The family feud continues over the baby's name. Grandma is mad he's not Daryl III, but the mom says Daryl didn't even like his own name.
Why would you name him Jasani when you know that my son is dead? The whole time you were pregnant, you told us you were gonna name that baby Daryl Ray Daniel III.
Daryl told me out his own mouth he don't want his son. Like I said, if it's a boy, do you want him named after you? I don't like my name. Give my son his own name. That's what I did. But not only that, my son's whole name is Jasani Daryl Ray Daniel.
After Daryl's death, the grandma bought Ms. Hawkins a one-way ticket to move in with her, and even showed up at the airport with balloon. But Ms. Hawkins was a total no-show.
So I talked to Jada on the phone, and I said to her, well, Jada, come on, move to Houston with us. I can help you better if you live close to me. I bought Jada a one-way ticket because you were supposed to be coming. I get to the airport with balloons in my hand of my son that was tragically murdered. I'm standing in the airport like an idiot. This one's nowhere around.
Her excuse for ghosting the grandma at the airport, she claims she was scared to move in with a stranger who was threatening her over the phone.
What happened? Why didn't you go?
I only didn't get on the plane because at the time, Daryl had just passed. She was going through a lot, calling me, picking fights with me, threatening me, making me feel I don't know you. Like you said, I never met you in person. I don't know you, and I'm gonna jump on a plane to come move with you.
I was threatening you.
Despite all her doubts, the grandma admits she sent a locket with her son's ashes in it for the baby. Why would she do that if she thinks it's not her grandkid?
She did one thing for Jasani when he was a couple months old. Ordered him some clothes and sent it with a lock with Daryl's ashes in it. Why are you doing that if you don't feel like it's your grandchild?
Judge Lake has the results. Is baby Jasani the last living piece of a young man gone too soon? Or will this grieving grandma's deepest fears be confirmed?
The percentage of relatedness between Miss LaWinda Banks and Jasani Daniel is 99.99%. You are related. And so when your mom told you he could potentially be your biological father, when was this? How did she tell you?
Last night. Yeah.
This sad story continues for 22-year-old Damien, who is still searching for his real dad. First man on the list, Mr. Slaughter, couldn't be here, but sent in a video message.
So Mr. Slaughter was not able to be in court today. However, the court was able to locate him and ask him a couple of questions. The first question we asked Mr. Slaughter was, what was the nature of your relationship with Ms. Johnson, and how did you find out about Damien?
In his video, Mr. Slaughter says he doesn't think he's the dad because Damien looks nothing like him, and the mom waited until he was a grown man to say anything.
And my first reaction to that situation was like, I don't think so. I mean, he doesn't look anything like me, and why would you wait till he's a grown man to tell me that I might be a possible father when all this time you've known me and we've been friends and it never came up before?
But the mom, Ms. Johnson, says that's a lie. She claims she told Mr. Slaughter he might be the dad when Damien was only 13, but they were too broke to afford a test.
That's not true, because it wasn't 2 years ago that I had got in contact with him about this. Back when he was 13.
Was not Damien's biological father, and you said you were sleeping around, so you just said, you know what, I'm fanning out and I'm telling everybody I was having sex with, you could potentially be my son's biological father.
Frustrated, Damien speaks up, saying it's ridiculous that he's 22 and still has to do this. Everybody else want to know who their dad is.
It's ridiculous. Like, I may be 22 now, just like everybody else. Everybody else wants to know who their dad is. I want to know who my dad is. It just shouldn't matter because I'm 22.
I want to know who my dad is. But in a sweet moment, Mr. Slaughter promises in his video that if he is the father, he will be a good role model and mentor because it's never too late.
This is how he responded.
If I am proven to be Mr. Johnson's father, I'm gonna definitely, be a good role model to him, a mentor, do all the type of stuff that a dad is supposed to do for a up-and-coming young man. I know it's very important for a young man to have a father in his life, and it's never too late.
Just when you think things can't get crazier, the judge reveals that Ms. Johnson has now named a 6th potential father.
We have 5 potential fathers.
There's another one.
You said there's another one.
Yes.
So that is potential father number 6.
Yes.
Surprise! The 6th man, Mr. Harmon, walks into the courtroom. He says he and the mom are still friends, but he only found out he could be the dad 4 weeks ago.
But she was involved in a sexual relationship with you, and that you are one of 6 potential fathers. When is the first time you heard Damien could potentially be your biological son?
4 weeks ago.
Poor Damien's head is spinning. He reveals he only found out about Mr. Harmon, potential dad number 6, last night.
And so when your mom told you he could potentially be your biological father, when was this? How did she tell you?
Last night. Yeah.
In the most heartbreaking moment of the show, Damien completely breaks down, crying, "I feel like I'm not as good as everybody else because they all got dads."
Feel like I'm not as good as everybody else because they all got dads.
Oh.
Judge Lake has 4 envelopes that hold the truth. Will Damien finally find his father, or will his painful search have to continue?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Harmon, you are not the father. So, Mr. Harris, if you don't remember whether or not you were with her, is it because you were involved with more than one woman? I mean, you don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were with more than one woman at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's why you really can't say for certain who you
Yes,
were
Your
with on what date.
This all started when she made him her Man Crush Monday on Facebook. This led to them hooking up, but he swears they were never a couple.
To be completely honest, Your Honor, me and Mr. Harris were never in a relationship. Let's clarify that now. We're Facebook friends. Mr. Harris, I made him my Man Crush Monday. He's a good guy, hardworking, good father. We messaged back and forth on Facebook for a while. After that, we exchanged numbers.
How did he find out she was pregnant with his alleged baby? She casually texted him the news, then completely ghosted him for months on end.
She texted me and told me she was pregnant, but then she disappeared for months.
But wait, Ms. Capples coolly admits she started dating another guy while she was already pregnant with the baby she claims is Mr. Harris's.
So who's this other guy that was in the picture?
After me and Mr. Harris were done and over with.
You were already pregnant at the point you started dating the other man?
His shocking confession for not knowing the exact conception dates? He can't be sure because he was busy sleeping with multiple other women at the exact same time.
Mr. Harris, if you don't remember whether or not you were with her, is it because you were involved more than one woman? I mean, you don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were with more than one woman at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's why you really can't say for certain who you
Yes,
were
Your
with on what date.
The muffin bombshell. Mr. Harris admits he didn't even know her real name, Chantery, only her nickname, Muffin, despite sleeping with her for months.
Everybody thinks my name is Muffin. What are you talking about?
Wait, no, whose real name?
I didn't know her real name.
Mr. Harris, you were sleeping with this woman for all these months and you didn't even know her name?
Not her real name.
His main reason for all this doubt? Her own best friend apparently snitched on her, telling Mr. Harris that the baby is not his.
Why do you doubt specifically?
Her best friend, she told me that the kid is not mine. On social media, I was getting messages all over people she knows, people her friends.
You said she told you the child was not yours.
She told me not too long ago that
the ultimate awkward encounter. His new girlfriend, Miss Mayfield, works at the hospital and literally ran into Ms. Capples while she was there getting her tubes tied.
I'm undergoing surgery, getting ready to have my tubes tied.
That is my job.
She works.
That is my job.
Your Honor, as a woman, I would not want to be in a room with a woman that's having my boyfriend's baby.
Okay, so you were the patient. You worked the hospital, and then that was where they told you your station or where you were supposed to be. You were assigned to that.
Today, we got our stuff to do. Yes, ma'am.
He says he won't see the baby because she bans his new girlfriend. She says he only texts at 11 p.m. trying to hook up, not to see a sleeping baby.
Have you allowed him to be in Jayceon's life in the meantime? Because the baby's a year and a half now.
I did get him the opportunity, but he was always working. So if you're at work, then my baby's at home with her.
That's when he wrote you, though, at nighttime.
Trying to sleep, 10 o'clock at night. What do you want to come over and watch
But
sleep?
that's when he got off. That's the time he got.
Of him if you want to see him sleep.
All right.
Do you want to come over for me?
was like that.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Will Mr. Harris be proven the father, or was he just another one of Muffin's many muffins?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Harris, you are not the father.
Thank you.
And so then she was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. And then she called me back, and then she was like, are you doing this because of his girlfriend, Savannah? And I was like, what does she have to do with my pregnancy? And then she was like, because that's who he's dating now, and she's pregnant also. I was like, well, that has nothing to do with my baby.
My grandson.
This teenage romance spectacularly imploded a week before prom. She claims he was too immature, but he says his mom caught her getting shady texts from another guy.
Ms. Jones, where did your relationship with the defendant go wrong?
Well, Your Honor, he was so immature that I had to break it off with him a week before prom. He let everybody in his ear. He doesn't have a brain for himself.
And how did they get busted? His 15-year-old sister was innocently playing on her phone and saw texts from a dude asking if she had a good time last night.
Because me and my daughter were text messages coming through your phone.
What text messages?
The one about the gentleman asking about, did y'all have a good time last night?
It wasn't a text message on my phone.
When my 14-year-old daughter was sitting there?
Because she used to let my daughter use her phone like to play on. My daughter's like, she's 15 now, but she would let her use the phone at my house, sitting on my couch, because she...
No.
But get this, she kept her pregnancy a complete secret from his family until she was already 8 months along. Her excuse? She was scared of their constant drama.
I found out June 3rd that I was pregnant. And then once I scheduled the date for my actual appointment to see how far along I was a whole month. That's when I decided that I didn't know if I was gonna tell them because of all the drama that I went through with being with him. I knew that they were probably gonna deny my baby. I told them when I was 8 months because I had
told them when you were 8 months?
Yes.
Oh, my mom.
When she finally called to reveal her secret, his mom dropped a bomb of her own. His new girlfriend, Savannah, was also pregnant at the exact same time.
And so then she was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. And then she called me back, and then she was like, are you doing this because of his girlfriend, Savannah? And I was like, what does she have to do with my pregnancy? And then she was like, because that's who he's dating now, and she's pregnant also. I was like, well, that has nothing to do with my baby.
My grandson.
So now this 18-year-old dude has 2 girls pregnant at once. His mom's pathetic excuse? If they knew about the first one, maybe he wouldn't have did the second one.
Wait, another girl pregnant?
Yeah, she didn't tell me until she found out she was pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor, that's how it happened.
How the heck I'm gonna know she's
Facebook,
pregnant? And how I know you was
6 weeks
dating her?
pregnant, all of a sudden the phone call came.
And you 18
And that
years
he was
old.
dating her.
With 2 girls pregnant at the same time.
Well, if you would have known the first one, maybe he wouldn't have did the second one.
The drama goes public. A manager at her job allegedly told his mom that Ms. Jones was running around claiming multiple men were potential fathers.
So why did the coworker say somebody else was the baby daddy?
What coworker?
Manager said.
The guys that she's claiming to be her baby daddy. Miss Hasty worked at one of the managers came in and saw Mr. Houston or my son and said that is that one of the guys that Miss Jones is claiming to be her baby's father, because I guess he's one of the few.
Enter the new girlfriend, Savannah. She testifies that her manager also pointed out another guy who Ms. Jones had allegedly told was the father too.
When you were working, a coworker told you something about Ms. Jones.
My manager did. He seen Nigel come in and he said, is this the dude that dated Nakisha? And I said, yeah, that's him. And he was like, the dude told me, and that's over there skin, and he pointed him out to me and was like that she told him that he was the father of her child too.
Mr. Houston has been a devoted dad to his new 6-week-old baby with Savannah, but has never even seen 6-month-old Lyric. Talk about playing favorites.
Mr. Houston, have you played any role in Lyric's life thus far? None. Have you seen him?
No.
Now we've got 2 children. Miss Hasty's had a baby, you have a baby. Miss Hasty, is Mr. Houston involved in your child's life?
Yes.
How old is your baby?
6 weeks.
Was he there for the birth?
Yes.
Is he on the birth certificate?
Yes.
So you've been there for this baby?
Yeah.
Judge Lake completely loses it, calling them all out for being babies having babies, saying she can't tell who's the parent and who's the child.
It's the scene is playing out as to why babies don't need to have babies.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
True.
I mean, it's
That's
just
true.
playing out.
That's true.
You all are a living PSA. No, really. For everyone to see, this is just so sad. And it's just so disrespectful on so many levels. If I close my eyes, I wouldn't know who was the parent and who was the child.
The ultimate kicker? This 18-year-old potential father of 2 doesn't even have a job. How does he possibly plan on supporting either of these babies?
You've not gotten 1 dime of support from Mr. Houston.
No, ma'am.
You admittedly haven't sent any money. Do you have a job?
No. I go to school.
What about after school? How in the world do you think you making babies in this world and don't have a job? Who's supposed to take care of them? Me?
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is this jobless 18-year-old about to be officially named a father of 2, or was Ms. Jones's post-prom drama all for nothing?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Houston, you are the father.
Boom! Yeah.
Miss Jones?
Just too many times where she slept with people. Then the one time she had texted my phone and said that she had another confession. She wanted me to meet her at the grocery store, and she started to cry. And what she says to me is that while I was gone for a few months or whatnot, she slept with a guy and caught 2 diseases.
Ms. Ramos is irate that her ex-fiancé, Mr. Edwards, is denying their baby, but he says she changed her due date to cover her own dirty deeds.
Ms. Ramos, you are in court to prove that your ex-fiancé, Mr. Edwards, fathered your 1-month-old son, Xavier. You claim that after sharing your news that you were pregnant with his baby, women he was secretly cheating with started coming out of the woodwork trying to convince him he's not the dad.
The first bombshell drops. Mr. Edwards claims that when Ms. Ramos was already 1 month pregnant, she went and slept with one of his own relatives.
And so at what point do you find out she cheated?
Well, at the beginning, when she was at least like a month pregnant, that's when she had slept with a relative of mine.
I disagree. It's not even a blood relative, first of all.
Her absolutely bizarre defense for sleeping with his relative? She claims she wasn't fully asleep, but also wasn't going to reject it. What does that even mean?
You were sleeping and someone had sex with you, but you slept through the entire thing?
First of all, no. Actually, I've been broke up with that ex in June, a whole month before me and him even got reunited. So yes, while I was sleeping, he did start getting into me. No, I wasn't fully asleep, but I actually was not trying to really participate.
Bombshell number 2. At a grocery store, she tearfully confessed to Edwards that she slept with another ex and caught 2 diseases while pregnant.
Just too many times where she slept with people. Then the one time she had texted my phone and said that she had another confession. She wanted me to meet her at the grocery store, and she started to cry. And what she says to me is that while I was gone for a few months or whatnot, she slept with a guy and caught 2 diseases.
Despite all this unbelievable, unforgivable chaos, Mr. Edwards actually got down on one knee and proposed to her because he wanted to be something better for the baby.
Which was, we didn't grow up with both of our parents. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a full, complete family growing up, and we both decided that we wanted to have a complete family. He asked me to marry him.
So after all this, Mr. Edwards, you agreed to marry Ramos? You asked her to marry you?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Even though he proposed and was there for the baby's birth, he admits that while holding the newborn for photos, he was secretly thinking, whose baby is this?
Mr. Edwards, you look pretty happy.
Looks just like him. That's what hurt. That's what.
And Ms. Ramos, this upsets you.
It upsets me very bad.
Jerome, I want you to give Mr. Edwards a close-up look at this picture. I'm looking at these pictures presented to the court. Sure. That doesn't look like a look of doubt. You look like a happy dad in those pictures. What are you thinking in that moment?
Whose baby is this?
Really?
But wait, he still told her to give the baby his last name, even though he flat out refused to sign the birth certificate. Talk about sending mixed signals.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate, you still gave Xavier his last name?
Because him and his father told me to give him his last name. They were both there.
I did tell her to give the child my last name.
Enter the bombshell witness. She takes the stand and claims a rumor was going around that Ms. Ramos was already pregnant by someone else before she even met Edwards.
When he said she was pregnant, it was already a rumor going around that she was pregnant before they started talking by somebody else.
Disagree.
Everybody knew about it.
The ultimate plot twist. Ms. Ramos casually reveals she's now engaged to a completely new man and is getting married next month. This, just weeks after having Edwards at the hospital.
Are you all still trying to be together?
No, I broke up.
Okay,
No, Your Honor. Actually, no. I'm engaged and about to get ready to get married next month. He's irrelevant to the case.
Judge Lake holds the envelope that will decide everything. Will Mr. Edwards be proven the dad and forever trapped in this mess, or will his bombshell witness get the last laugh?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Edwards, you are the father.
Thank you. I want you to apologize to our son.
I was like, cause at the end of the day, I went hard for I put myself in bad situations for this girl right here. You feel me? So yeah, I was hurt. So I went out there, I was super cheating.
Right.
I was super cheating.
You feel me? Huh? You come back with 2 transies, right?
Super sleep. I was cheating with everybody and anybody. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you. Because at the point, I'm like, all right, this relationship ain't not going over.
She claims he's denying their son just to live the single life. He says she cheated numerous times, and he has more evidence than this court has ever seen.
Ms. McIntyre, you and your mother stand before me claiming that you are 100% certain that Mr. Wilson is your 3-year-old son, Jashawn's biological father. Evidence than this court has ever seen before to prove that Ms. McIntyre cheated on you numerous times, and therefore you are not her son's father.
The catfish. She says she fell for a cute guy on Facebook, but when he got off the bus, she wanted him to go back. It was not the same man.
We was talking on Facebook. He shared a couple of pictures with me. He shared a picture like this. I thought he was very cute. He said he was gonna take care of me and my daughter. So we finally wanted to meet up, and when he got off the bus, I seen this. He catfished me. I did not expect this getting off the bus, no. I wanted him to go back. I did not expect this at all.
His legendary defense for the alleged catfish? I'm hot. Why I need to catfish somebody? He arrogantly declares, before admitting, bam, there go a baby.
Did you try to catfish her, Mr. Wilson?
No, lie. I'm sexy, why I need to catfish somebody?
Right.
Is you serious? You saw what you saw, you felt to go with what you wanted to see, we made it happen, and then bam.
Oh, you
that's
made
where
what
it was.
happened? What happened?
Point blank period.
And then bam what? Bam made a baby?
Yeah,
bam, we made a baby.
But the origin story gets even messier. He claims he was actually messing with her family member first, which is how she even came into the picture.
That's the
Decided
thing.
to be girlfriend and boyfriend?
Facebook was never part of the picture. That's the thing. She met me in person, real life, through a family member.
How?
Because I was messing with one of her family members, since we want to get technical.
Okay, that's what I meant. Ratchet.
I was messing with one of her family members, Miss McIntyre, into the picture.
He completely missed the birth of his alleged son. Her excuse for him? He didn't have a ride. His excuse? She didn't call him until after the baby was born.
Did you tell Mr. Wilson?
Not until after the fact. They claim that they didn't have no way.
Are you serious?
They called me after the fact he was conceived. I wasn't at the hospital.
No, he was not at the hospital because
none of that, because they didn't want me to be there.
He didn't have
period.
For real,
That was
'cause
his
she said
excuse.
they claim
He didn't have a ride. I called him.
after the fact.
I called him when she was in labor.
Never.
His doubt truly ignited when her family and friends started snitching that she was messing around with another guy he personally knew face to face.
Because I have got texts from family members, people getting their feelings, and that's what I love about people, because people getting their feelings get mad. That's when true stories come out.
What are the true stories?
Supposedly, I got texts that somebody that I personally knew face to face was messing around with Miss McIntyre around the same time.
His epic, unhinged confession: after he thought she cheated, he went super cheating with everybody and anybody. Boys, girls, whatever, transies, all that.
I was like, because at the end of the day, I went hard for I put myself in bad situations for this girl right here. You feel me? So yeah, I was hurt. So I went out there, I was super cheating. I was super cheating.
With every transies, right?
I was super cheating with everybody and
hear that.
anybody. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you.
Then she went ghost and disappeared for 4 months. He literally brought a homemade calendar with little ghosts on it to show all the months she was missing in action.
January, I totally disagree with this, because we kind of didn't really start making it happen till way after my birthday, which is on March 22nd. But since she said she was on January, we gonna fall with that, all right? So, boom, she was gone May. Let's put it right there, ghost. Didn't know where to find Teresa. I'm hearing her line, not getting no texts. All righty, I'm letting it gonna be what it's gonna be.
There.
Judge Lake perfectly and hilariously sums up this entire insane case as the catfish goes Casper. But will Casper be revealed as the father?
So basically, this is a case of the catfish goes Casper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Despite all the drama, he claims he still hasn't done anything for Jay Sean, because I really don't think Jay Sean mind. Will his ghost calendar prove his case?
And I don't even remember diapers.
Mr. Wilson, you haven't done anything for Jay Sean?
No.
Nope.
Why?
I really don't think Jay Sean mind. Jay Sean looks nothing like me.
Judge Lake has the envelope. Is the self-proclaimed hot catfish actually the dad? Or did she find a new man during her 4 mysterious months as Casper the Ghost?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Wilson, you are his father.
Told you. Told
That's all
you.
I needed to know.
Well, I decided to engage her.
Yeah.
But then you were going to accept Camilla as your daughter.
I mean, I would think so.
Up until recently, I'm at work and I have people coming up to me like, hey, you know, your girlfriend was with this guy at this time.
What do people at work know about your business?
I publicly display my daughter, and everybody, community pretty much knows Maria was with that other guy a long time.
This couple's wedding is on the line. If the DNA proves Mr. Johnson isn't baby Camilla's dad, he swears he's leaving and never look back.
Mr. Johnson, you claim you are here today with a relationship on the line. Now, you are convinced your fiance's 8-month-old daughter, Camilla, was fathered by her ex-boyfriend and not you. If the DNA results prove your deepest fears are true, you say you plan to leave her and never look back.
Their romance started while they were both cheating on other people. They hooked up for 2 weeks, then she immediately went back to her ex-boyfriend.
Well, Your Honor, it starts maybe 3 years ago. I met Maria at my job. My ex-girlfriend brought her over there. First time I seen her, I fell in love, I'm not gonna lie. She sort of had like a glow around her. She had a boyfriend at the time, and I had a girlfriend at the time, so I never really talked to her. Months went by, and me and my girlfriend broke up. Just so happened her and her boyfriend broke up. She invited me to some party. I never showed up because I thought my ex-girlfriend was gonna be there.
Ms. Quintero brazenly admits she had unprotected relations with her ex. Now she's back with Mr. Johnson, pregnant, and has no idea who the real father is.
So you hung out for a while longer.
Yeah.
Did you hang out in the bedroom?
We did have sex, yeah.
All right, so you had sex with the ex?
Yeah.
So during the window of conception, did you have sex with Mr. Johnson and your ex?
Yeah.
Okay, so
The calendar of chaos is exposed. The conception window lands right when she was juggling both men, but she tries to save herself by claiming the baby was born a month and a half early.
It just states when Cammie was born. The 2 months at the top is midway when me and Maria started talking in March, and February was the month when she was with her ex.
your daughter Camilla was born on the 6th of November.
Yes.
And outlined in green is the time she, Ms. Quintero, was intimate with her ex.
Yeah.
During the time you say she was with.
The great condom debate begins. Mr. Johnson swears he used a condom. She fires back that he didn't use one every time because they would drink, forget to use a condom.
I used a condom when we had sex. That was one of the things that were puzzling me around the whole pregnancy thing, because it was just so
he didn't
close.
use the condom every time we had sex because we would drink, forget to use a condom, and I mean, goes from there.
Despite his intense, swirling doubts about paternity, He was there for the baby's birth and signed the birth certificate because he felt pressured by her family.
All right, so you participated
Yes.
and you were there for the birth.
Yes.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your mind, during this time, you said to yourself, I'm going to take on this responsibility. I believe this baby is mine, or?
The time I get with him for about 2 to 3 weeks, I get pregnant, but yet me and you just got together and I get pregnant, so it's like, really? Honestly, I have doubts, yes I do.
These two actually got engaged while this massive paternity question was looming over them. But now, people at his job are gossiping that the baby isn't his.
Well, I decided to engage her.
Yeah.
But then you were going to accept Camilla as your daughter.
I mean, I
Yes.
would think so.
Up until recently, I'm at work and I have people coming up to me like, hey, you know, your girlfriend was with this guy at this time.
What do people at work know about your business?
I publicly display my daughter, and everybody, community pretty much knows Maria was with that other guy a long time.
He once commented on social media that he can't deny baby Camilla looks like him. Now in court, he insists he sees no comparison with me at all. Which is it?
This is a post.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the mouth, laugh out loud. That's you all day, bro.
Yes, that's my sister.
You write back, wow, well, I can't deny it.
Your Honor, I
she's
just don't
looking a
see
lot like
any
me.
comparison with me at all.
I mean, not
at all.
now,
Like,
but she
anything,
did.
I mean,
You don't see any
comparison.
resemblance.
No, at all.
His lame excuse for talking to other women? They're just his plan B because she kept jumping back and forth to her ex. She reveals she took her engagement ring off just days ago.
As far as the other girls go, I was sort of just using a plan B. I mean, it may sound a little rude and come off a little wrong.
I mean,
but it was like, kept jumping back and forth from me to her ex.
I
So it was
took my
like,
engagement ring
what am I
off
supposed to
because
do?
we've been having a lot of issues lately of him talking to other girls. It's just like, what, it was not a couple days ago that I got caught talking to another girl, telling her that he doesn't know about me and him anymore.
The courtroom waits for the verdict. Is he the dad, or is he about to kick rocks and leave Ms. Quintero and her baby for good?
8-month-old Camilla Johnson. Mr. Johnson, you are her father. Well, Miss Casey.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been told for over 25 years that Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you.
For over 25 years, Ms. Case's mother told her a horrific lie, that her father, Otis Hawkins, was brutally shot in the head and killed by his own brother.
Miss Casey, you say that for more than 25 years, your mother has told you that a deceased man who is listed on your birth certificate is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
I called his cousin to see did she want to spend time with Laconda, and she informed me then that he had been shot in the head by his brother and he was deceased.
But wait, there's more drama. Another man, Mr. Edwards, who is already her older sister's father, has now come forward convinced he is her real dad.
Now another man, Mr. Edwards, is claiming he is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Edwards is your older sister's father.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Adding to the chaos, Ms. Casey is Caucasian, but both potential fathers are African American. Is she even related to any of these people?
That gentleman is Mr. Hawkins and Mr. Edwards are African American. She is Caucasian. Everyone said I look Puerto Rican, which is Mexican or something. How is that possible if both of them is African American? So it's kind of confusing to me growing up not knowing where I'm from.
The biggest shock in paternity court history, Judge Lake reveals to a stunned Ms. Casey that her dead father, Otis Hawkins, is alive and in the building.
Well, Miss Casey.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been told for over 25 years that Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you.
The dead man, Mr. Hawkins, dramatically walks into the courtroom. He brings a framed photo of baby Casey that he has cherished over his bed for 27 years.
That Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you into the courtroom. You need to sit down. You okay?
We go up to the witness stand.
Oh my God, Laconda,
So who lied about him being murdered? The mother, Ms. Ewing, swears she was just repeating what she was told. But did she invent this entire gruesome story?
Did you make up the story about hearing that he had been shot and killed?
No, I did not make up that story. That's what I was told before I left San Diego to move back to Long Beach. That's what I was told.
Okay.
With 2 potential dads now in court, her sister's father and the man who came back from the dead, the first DNA results for Mr. Edwards are about to be read.
In the case of Casey versus Ewing, Edwards, Hawkins, pertaining to whether Mr. Edwards is the father of Ms. Casey, Mr. Edwards, you are not her father.
Now for Mr. Hawkins, the man who kept her picture for 27 agonizing years. Is this the heartwarming father-daughter reunion she's waited 3 decades for? Or is another shock coming?
In the case of Casey versus Ewing, Edwards, Hawkins, pertaining to whether Mr. Hawkins is the father of Ms. Casey, Mr. Hawkins, you are not her father.
With both men shockingly ruled out as her father, a devastated Ms. Casey is left completely fatherless. Again, Judge Lake demands from the mother, do you know who her father is?
Do you know who her father is?
Yeah, I do.
And it's
his brother.
Mr. Hawkins' brother?
Whoa, didn't see that coming.
sex with Raniel first, and I used unprotected sex with Raniel, and I used protected sex with the other boy. But
Your Honor, she's lying. The boy told me that he had unprotected sex with Demiriel several times because he do not like to use protection.
The wife, Ms. Reed, is dragging her husband's mistress, Ms. Austin, to court not just for a DNA test, but also suing her for $5,000 for wrecking her home.
Ms. Reed, you are demanding that Ms. Austin have a paternity test administered on her child. Being the DNA test will prove that your husband is not her baby's father. Additionally, you are suing his mistress, Ms. Austin, in the amount of $5,000 for alienation of affections.
The mistress's ice-cold defense. The wife needs to pay her own bills, and the husband only cheated because his wife wasn't taking care of the home right.
Ms. Austin, you say you are here today to defend your reputation and prove that Mr. Wallace is the father of your child. You argue that you do not owe Ms. Reed anything, and she needs to move on with her life, pay her own bill.
The wife found out about the affair right after she came home from the hospital from giving birth to their second child. She answered his phone, and the mistress chirped, "I'm Raniel's girlfriend."
Ms. Reed, how did you find out about Ms. Austin?
Yeah, and I found out about Mrs. Austin. One day I came in from the hospital from having my second child, and Raniel's phone rang, and I just so happened to answer the phone. And Mrs. Austin, she said, "I'm Raniel's girlfriend."
Plot twist. The other potential father of the mistress's baby is actually the wife's ex-boyfriend, who the mistress is now casually dating. This web is tangled.
Your Honor, how was he the father of her child when there was another man involved?
My ex-boyfriend, the ones who she go with down. I don't know if they go together.
Oh, wait now. Say that again?
Yes, the man that's the other person who they say that is my daughter Demiriel's father, her man, then my ex, who that she is dating now.
The mistress, Ms. Austin, proudly admits she started hooking up with the wife's ex purely as a calculated act of revenge to hurt both her and her cheating lover, Mr. Wallace.
I can explain that situation. Out of revenge. At the time, Raniel was cheating on me with her. So I noticed that Demiriel was messaging a boy up on Facebook telling him how she missed him. So how about I get revenge on Raniel and talk to her boyfriend? Yes, I did it to hurt Raniel and I did it to hurt her. And so Raniel, see, it's not okay to cheat on someone and misuse them and tell them you love them, and that's not what you do to someone you love. Cheat on them and you don't misuse them.
Enter the remorseless Casanova himself, Mr. Wallace. He smugly admits to cheating on his wife simply because he was bored in my marriage and has absolutely zero regrets.
You married to Ms. Reed.
Yes.
But you were sleeping with Ms. Austin.
Yes.
You had a baby with Ms. Reed.
3.
You might have a baby with Ms. Austin.
Allegedly.
You busy. You just standing there, Mr. Wallace, like you don't have a piece of remorse in the world. Now, you don't?
No, ma'am.
The condom story is a mess. The mistress says she used protection with the other guy, but the wife claims the other guy told her they had unprotected encounters several times.
I had sex with Raniel first, and I used unprotected sex with Raniel, and I used protected sex with the other boy. But
Your Honor, she's lying. The boy told me that he had unprotected sex with Demiriel several times because he do not like to use protection.
When the judge asks the mistress who she wants the baby's father to be, the cheating husband or her new boyfriend, she just laughs and can't answer.
Baby, do you want it to be your husband?
No, Your Honor.
Or your boyfriend?
I'd rather
Just when you thought it couldn't get messier, another woman, Kendrelyn Roberts, takes the stand, claiming she also has a 5-month-old baby by the very busy Mr. Wallace.
I also have found my old child by Mr. Wallace that he claims he's not father of.
After the wife's $5,000 lawsuit against the mistress gets dramatically tossed by the judge, the DNA results for mistress number 1 Ms. Austin's baby are finally here.
You have a suit where you are suing Ms. Austin for alienation of affection for the amount of $5,000.
Correct.
Sue for alienation of affection, you have to prove that this woman, young woman, planned to destroy your marriage. I don't see that. It was his free will that started this affair. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
My judgment is for the defendant.
The courtroom waits for the verdict. With a wife, a mistress, another mistress, and another potential dad in the mix, who is the actual father of this baby?
Comes to baby Demiriel, Mr. Wallace. You are her father.
Told you, dummy.
So you were intimate with Mr. Fernandez on the 1st?
Yes, the 31st, the 1st. Then we got into it. He cheated on me on the 2nd, unlike sex, and then I went out with my friend and did what I did.
The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th?
Yes.
Which is during the window of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with other guy when you all fell out?
Like January 5th.
Well, that's the same week.
But he cheated on me on January 2nd.
This man is so furious with his cheating fiancée, he pawned her engagement ring and is now suing her for the $300 loss.
You claim you found evidence that she cheated and another man may have fathered your little girl, Divine. Now, you called off the wedding, pawned the ring, and lost $300.
Her defense for cheating? Oh, he was already a cheater when they met, and she only did it for revenge after smelling another woman all over him.
When we first got together, he already had a girlfriend, so he already was a cheater in the beginning. He cheated with...
I cheated. Why we here? I didn't cheat. Okay. Why we here right now?
You did cheat, and that's exactly why I cheated. He comes over, he say he was at the house seeing baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come in, I kiss him, I smell it. Start kissing him all over. Because I'm like, okay, but I really was smelling him. That's what I was doing.
How did he bust her? He proudly admits he's a big snooper, went through her phone, and found scandalous pics of her with a Gucci Mane-looking guy.
I found out it took weeks of me pressing it out of her. When I came home, it was just me and her there one day. I see her phone. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big snooper, so I grabbed the phone. I paid for the phone, but look, I'm a big snooper. I grabbed the phone.
On to make you a
I grabbed the phone, I looked through it, I see her hugged up with a guy, some Gucci Man-looking guy. I don't think he's black, just, hey, who is this?
The condom allergy bombshell. He claims they never used protection because she told him she was allergic to latex. Is this her wildest lie yet?
I kept asking her, it was several arguments.
And I wore a condom.
You allergic to condoms, right? But you allergic to it?
But I didn't know him.
So you're gonna eat some food that you allergic to it, but you ain't know him. You ain't know him.
So wait a
but
minute,
you allergic
Mr.
to
Fernandez, you're saying Butler is allergic to...
She's allergic to condoms, Your Honor. We never use them. I wasn't even aware of this, because we never use condoms.
To the latex material.
To the latex material.
Busted. Under oath, Ms. Butler shamefully admits she is not allergic to latex and lied to Mr. Fernandez just so they wouldn't have to use protection.
Yes. Are you or are you not allergic to latex?
No.
Recent. So that was a lie.
That's why we're here, Your Honor, because she's a liar.
No.
She's a liar.
I'm not a liar. I use the condom.
That's my daughter.
I use the condom.
So you're not actually allergic to latex?
No, I'm not.
Her own calendar of chaos proves she was intimate with her revenge fling and Mr. Fernandez in the very same week, splitting the conception window wide open.
So you were intimate with Mr. Fernandez on the 1st?
Yes, the 31st, the 1st. Then we got into it. He cheated on me on the 2nd, unlike sex, and then I went out with my friend and did what I did.
The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th?
Yes.
Which is during the window of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with other guy when you all fell out?
Like January 5th.
Well, that's the same week.
But he cheated on me on January 2nd.
The great look-alike debate rages on. She swears baby Divine is his spitting image. He viciously fires back, "No, she don't. She looks like Gucci Mane."
When I was a newborn and her as a newborn, at the time that I felt, we looked alike.
All right.
Y'all look alike right now.
Do you have those photos?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Fernandez is a child and Divine is a baby, and you say there's no resemblance.
But as she got older,
Look at the eyebrows. Look at the eyes. Look at the nose.
Your Honor, as she got older, the baby don't look like me. She looks like Gucci Man.
No, she don't.
She looked like the guy that was in that picture.
She admits that in a fit of rage, she spitefully told him, "Yeah, it's not your baby." A comment Judge Lake warns you can never, ever take back.
She told me the baby wanted.
So, and you, because you always say it's not yours. So,
hold on.
Now,
let me get to that. What did she say?
She say, when the baby did get conceived.
Okay, because you always throwing in my face.
And I went to take the daughter.
It's Gucci Man baby.
So
first one day I'm gonna say, yeah, it's Gucci Man baby, because that's all you say. I don't want to keep hearing it's Gucci Man baby. So, of course, I'm going to say, yeah, it's not your baby.
Despite all the gut-wrenching chaos, he tearfully reveals he has baby Divine's name tattooed on him because he loves her so much and just needs the truth.
I still try to be close and bond with baby. I got her name tattooed on me.
So you tattoo
you don't stand off, though. Every time you get an attitude.
No.
That this bothers you?
Yes, it bothers me a lot, Your Honor. Every day I think about it. From work, home, to everywhere, I just think about it. It's on my mind. I love her. I do love that little girl, you know?
Good.
I just need to know her. I need to know.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Is this man who pawned the ring about to get his heart broken, or is he actually the father of the Gucci Mane baby?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Fernandez, you are her father.
I told you. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm going by the date. I had my due date was January 14th.
Okay.
I had him January 8th. I had sex with Mr. Johnson April 23rd. And May 3rd is just too close.
This teen mom, Ms. Short, is dragging her first love, Mr. Johnson, to court, demanding he step up for their son Jabari after leaving her to struggle alone.
Ms. Short, you and your mother opened your case today because your first love, the defendant, fathered your 21-month-old son, Jabari. You are a single teenage mother who needs help, and you demand Mr. Johnson step up and be a father.
But wait. Ms. Short's own mother admits she knew all along. There was a possibility he may not be the father, and even blocked Mr. Johnson from visiting.
I did stop him from coming over because I didn't want no feelings to get involved, like them to get attached if he wasn't the father, because she did tell them it's a possibility you may not be the father.
The drama ignited when Johnson saw another girl on Facebook and coldly told Short, "I don't want you, I want her." So what did she do next?
Me and Mr. Johnson had sex April 23rd. I seen him on Facebook with another female, and he was like, "I don't want you, I want her." He was talking about the other female. And I was like, he just left. He just left me.
A mere 10 days after he dumped her, Ms. Short had a revenge hookup with another guy because, as she put it, "Mr. Johnson don't care about me. Why not?"
After that happened, it was May 3rd. I went out to eat with some friends. And that night, I had met the other boy. And this is not my first time meeting him, but this the first time we ever had sex. I'm like, well, Mr. Johnson don't care about me, why not?
Mr. Johnson was away, whatever that means, and only found out she was pregnant 6 months later. Then his friends started spilling all the juicy tea about the other dude.
I found out she was pregnant 6 months into her pregnancy.
And were you informed that you were the biological father?
Yes, ma'am. She told my mom and dad she was pregnant and I could be the father. So at the time, I'm thinking that the baby's mine. At the end of the day, when I come home from being away, I got her friends coming to me, talking to me about the other dude.
The grandmas go to war. Johnson's mom says Short's mom banned her son from the house. Short's mom claims Johnson is a deadbeat who has babies for trophies.
She didn't come to the baby shower, bought the baby 1 box of Pampers. He bought the baby a small pack of Pampers. It's been a struggle. I've been raising him. I've been doing the best I can. It's very, very expensive. I guess he have babies for trophies. He don't pay child support for none of his kids.
And I didn't go for child
None
support.
of them.
So this has been very difficult on you.
Ms. Short tries to use her own due date math as proof, claiming her hookup with the other guy on May 3rd was just too close to her April encounter with Johnson.
I'm going by the date. My due date was January 14th.
Okay.
I had him January 8th. I had sex with Mr. Johnson April 23rd. And May 3rd is just too close.
Mr. Johnson was actually there for the baby's birth, but forgot his ID, so he conveniently couldn't sign the birth certificate. Is that the truth or the lamest excuse ever?
Mr. Johnson, were you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
No, Your Honor, I was finna, but I didn't have my ID at the time to sign the birth certificate.
And he wasn't gonna sign nothing until we found out the truth.
The ultimate bombshell reveal, Mr. Johnson, at just 20 years old, already has 4 other children, making little Jabari potentially his 5th. This kid is a baby-making machine.
Child, how many children do you have?
I have 4. With Jabari, I have 5 in all.
So you got 4 other children.
Yes, ma'am.
And Jabari would make 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I
And you're 20 years old?
The courtroom is on edge. Is 20-year-old Mr. Johnson about to become a confirmed father of 5, or is he finally off the hook for this one?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Johnson, you are the father. Was the time you went back with your ex anywhere near the window of conception?
Okay, so like when I left Robert and I went back to my ex, I had sex with him the same day I went back with him. And I didn't find out I was pregnant until a month later after that. But I had sex both of them on the same day.
After 30 long years of paternity chaos, Ms. Bolyjack is dragging Mr. Smith to court. Her mom, Ms. Commons, swears he's the one, but he's not so sure.
Ms. Bolyjack, you and your mother recently appeared in court to help resolve a paternity dispute for your sister. This motivated you to get the answers you've desperately been searching for 3 decades. Your mother has always told you the defendant, Mr. Smith, is your biological father, and you hope today's results prove she's right.
Their so-called summer love ended, she claims, because other women literally wanted to fight her over Mr. Smith. Was he really that much of a prize?
So what was the nature of the relationship? Tell me. Well, you said it was summer love, Miss Commons.
But girl, women kept coming up to me telling me that Rob was their man and wanted to fight me over Robert and stuff like that, so I left him.
But then the real tea spills. During their supposed summer love, Ms. Common was also still hooking up with her older, more responsible ex-boyfriend.
And I got with my other older boyfriend, and I told him that he was and I told him that he was the father because he was much older and he was much responsible for taking care of her. But there's a possibility that he's the father.
Because at the time when it was summer love with Mr. Smith,
I was still going back to my ex.
After you got done with him because he was acting up.
Right.
When the summer love turned cold.
Mr. Smith scoffs at her summer love fairy tale, claiming they only had relations about 3 times before she disappeared. So which version is the real lie?
No, it wasn't like that. She lying.
What was it like? If I was horn, who was I horn with? Name one man I was with.
I only hit it a few times. For real. Only a few times.
Well, how many times did we have sex?
About 3 times.
I'm sorry.
About 3 times. That was it.
I just don't want to hear all that. Can we get back?
The one time Mr. Smith did reach out, he called a 12-year-old Lorraine, told her, "I'm your father," then gave her a phone number that was disconnected 2 days later.
Your Honor, I spoke with him once when I was 12. He called the phone. He told me that he was my father. So it's surprising today that he does not have any recollection or anything. When I spoke to him when I was 12, he told me he was my father. He gave me a phone number that I can contact him back on. 2 days later, I tried to contact him. The phone was disconnected.
His pathetic excuse for ghosting his alleged daughter for 30 agonizing years? It's the life I was living out there. I wasn't ready to step up to the plate.
Why did you disappear? Why? You had opportunity. She came to find you, to tell you. At 1. That would have been before Lorraine could remember all of this. Why? Why did you disappear?
It was, Your Honor, it's the life I was living out there, you know. I wasn't ready to step up to the plate and have any kids.
The ultimate bombshell. Ms. Common finally admits the truth. She had unprotected relations with Mr. Smith and her ex-boyfriend on the exact same day.
Was the time you went back with your ex anywhere near the window of conception?
Okay, so like when I left Robert and I went back to my ex, I had sex with him the same day I went back with him. And I didn't find out I was pregnant until a month later after that. But I had sex both of them on the same day.
To make this mess even worse, Ms. Common confesses she initially told her ex-boyfriend that he was Lorraine's father, and he was actually there for the birth.
Did you tell the ex that he was father and that you were pregnant?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
So did he take care of Lorraine?
Yes, he did when she was a baby. Yes, he did. He went to the hospital with me. You know, he was there for her.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. After a lifetime of uncertainty, is Lorraine about to find her dad? Or is her real father still out there somewhere?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Smith, you are not the father. I'm very sorry.
For one, when she got pregnant, I found out she was pregnant through a manager at the job. He called me in the office and told me she was pregnant. And I told him the same thing I'm telling her. It's not mine.
Ms. Cousin and her mama are here because Mr. Bell is a 2-timing liar who's denying baby Taquan now that his 6-year relationship has been exposed.
Miss Cousin, you and your mother say you had no choice but to drag the defendant, Mr. Bell, into court today because you're fed up with his lies. He denies being the father of your 7-month-old son, Taquan, and has even gone to the extreme by block all contact.
Mama Sharonica's proof? She found lunch receipts with 2 combos on them. His pathetic excuse. If she's paying for it, of course I'm going to take the food.
You went out once, a whole weekend, yeah. And then not only that, y'all had lunch together.
Can she let her daughter talk?
She
wasn't there.
Room. I go in her room. I found receipt with 2 combos on it. I asked her what the combos for. For him and her. You know, at the end of the day.
2 combos
meal for lunch.
If she's paying for it, of course I'm going to take the food. She paying for it.
The mooching gets worse. Destiny claims she had to cut him off because she cannot pay his phone bill every time I get paid.
Every time I go out to get lunch, he right behind me. What you eating for lunch? Can you buy me something? Meet me downtown. Tell me I cannot pay his phone bill every time I get paid.
When she should have been.
Were you paying his phone bill?
Yes.
His sorry defense, it was just a one-time thing in a car. He says they were never really together because he had to go home to her, his actual girlfriend.
Now you say, yeah, you ate the food because she was buying it. You said, yeah, you slept with her.
Once.
It only takes once, you know that, right?
No.
And so what was the nature of the relationship in your mind?
We met at work. I only seen her outside of work maybe twice. We was never together because I had to go home to her. I was staying with her and my kid.
He claims he found out about the pregnancy from her manager at work. Is this the most bizarre way to get baby news? Or is he just a massive liar?
For one, when she got pregnant, I found out she was pregnant through a manager at the job. He called me in the office and told me she was pregnant. And I told him the same thing I'm telling her. It's not mine.
He swears she told him, "I don't want no baby by you anyway," as his proof. She screams back that he's a compulsive liar.
I told my manager, because that's the day that my back was hurt. She said,
And she
you
told
could
me
go.
the baby wasn't mine. I don't want
Why
no
is
baby
you-
by you anyway.
Wait, he just said that you told him the baby wasn't his.
He's a compulsive liar.
The girlfriend reveals how she busted him. A friend spotted his picture on Destiny's Instagram, where her gushing bio declared, "Oh, I love him, that's the one for me."
I was pregnant with our second daughter. I guess you could say a mutual friend happened to recognize Cortez on her page, like for his pictures and stuff like that. And he asked if Cortez and I were still together. And I was just like, of course. He gave me her name or whatever. I searched for her on Instagram. Of course I'm gonna search. I see Cortez is her profile picture. And I see her bio. She's like, "Oh, I love him. That's the one for me," and stuff like that. So I requested her.
Then Destiny messaged the girlfriend on Facebook, brazenly asking for his mom's phone number because "I have his baby over here." The sheer, unmitigated gall.
She messaged me on Facebook and she was like, "Do you have Cortez's mom number? Because I have his baby over here." At that point, I showed his mom. His mom was like, "Well, who is that?" I found out she was pregnant through the same person.
Judge Lake absolutely loses it, epically blasting Mr. Bell for his little attitude while mooching off a young woman, letting her buy you food and pay your phone bills.
Mr. Bell, I'm getting tired of your side talk, because I'm going to tell you what it looks like. Every time they go to testify, you talking over them, and the only to me is that you don't want me to hear what they're saying because they're telling the truth. I'm about tired of this little attitude you got, because you got a nice girl. But you over there sniffing up at this little girl at work, letting her buy you food and pay your phone bill. Now you here in this courtroom. Don't be mad at nobody but yourself, baby. Nobody.
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is this two-timing moocher about to be confirmed as the father? Or will his long-term girlfriend get the last laugh?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Bell, you are the father.
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
What is your side of this? Please stand, sir. Step up to the podium. Do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, so
This grandma didn't just show up. She exploded in, suing for $1,000 because baby Elijah's too white. Is this a courtroom or a Klan rally with better lighting?
Ms. McBirth, you petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove your son, Kakitho Hughes, is not father of Miss Jackson's 2-year-old son, Elijah Jackson. Furthermore, you're suing Miss Jackson for $1,000 for defamation of character because you claim she posted comments on social media.
Grandma McBirth unleashes her unholy trinity of insults for Ms. Jackson. Trash, trouble, and trifler. Can a human being even survive such legendary, soul-crushing shade?
So, Ms. McBirth, why do you believe your son's not the father?
This woman is trouble. She is trouble with a capital T. She, as a matter of fact, I call her the 3 T's. Trash, trouble, and trifling. That's what she is.
Her evidence? Baby Elijah is white as snow, with 0 chocolate detected by her expert eye. Is this woman a geneticist?
A photo of your son and the child in question, and you say the child looks nothing like your son.
That baby white as snow. There's no way that could be my grandchild or my son's baby. He has no features like none of us.
Then Auntie Terrell swoops in like a vulture, calling Ms. Jackson a vampire and a mere snack cake. Will the judge order a psych eval for this whole damn family?
This DNA right here has been in our life. She's never was a girlfriend. You are a vampire. You are just a fly-by-night. We didn't know anything about you. He's been in a relationship for 10 years.
In 10 years,
he's been
by
in a relationship
another
for 2
woman,
years,
and
for 10
those
years.
are my grands.
10 years. So all she basically was for him was a snack cake on the side of his meal. There was nothing more.
Thank you.
Auntie then accuses Ms. Jackson of a police-busted, wild, intimate party, complete with a live "Ho in this house" serenade. Is this paternity court or Mardi Gras gone wrong?
That's a lie.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild party that got shut down by the police station last week.
Hello.
Oh, ma'am. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did.
Hoes in this
That
house.
is not true. Yes, it is true. Why is your neighbors complaining about the sex that goes on in your household?
There was no sex going on.
Grandma actually admits her own son's a trifling disaster, but shrugs it off because he's my son. Will her hypocritical nonsense finally make Judge Lake's head explode?
Miss McBirth, I have to ask you, you're very tough on Miss Jackson. Do you have anything to say about your son's behavior?
My son, yeah, I know exactly what type of person he is. He just as trifling as she is. He's a handsome guy. He's my son, and I know what he do.
A photo of her son kissing Elijah makes Grandma gag, literally wanting to throw up. Can her stomach handle the truth bomb that's about to detonate?
When you look at this picture,
it makes me want to throw up.
It seems like your son is kissing the baby. It makes you want to throw
It makes me want to throw up. because it's a
Why?
lie.
For your son to be kissing an innocent child?
Because it's not his.
It doesn't matter, really, if he's showing the child love.
It's not his.
Plot twist supreme. Alleged dad, Mr. Hughes calmly reveals he's biracial because his own father is white. Has Grandma's whole racist charade just spectacularly collapsed?
what is your side of this? Do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, so
Now it's Nosebridge Gate. Grandma swears her grandbabies are uniquely bridgeless, but Elijah dares to have one. Is this her smoking gun or just peak delusion?
You don't look like nobody
all
I know.
my grandbabies don't have a bridge on their nose. That little boy got a bridge. Grandchildren all look alike. Every last one.
All his kids, all his kids
So
look
wait,
alike.
we're looking at the bridge of the nose.
Right.
And you're saying none of those match.
None of those match.
Little Elijah calls other men daddy. Mom blames tall, light-skinned guys in hats. Is this baby just easily bamboozled, or is there a secret daddy army out there?
It was about a month ago. I was coming home from work and I heard her tell another guy who was out in the parking lot. She told him, she said, Cash, come on with daddy. Come with daddy.
I've heard him call other dudes.
Go ahead, Trash. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
She makes it hard on herself, basically, because she felt a lot of doubts in the situation.
Were you having your son Elijah call someone else daddy?
No, ma'am.
The results drop, and Grandma and Auntie unleash a full-blown demonic courtroom meltdown, screaming, "The devil is alive!" What unspeakable horror did that envelope reveal?
And whether Mr. Hughes is the father, Mr. Hughes, you are Elijah's father.